You ever come home and feel like your whole life's been hijacked by a pack of strangers in pastel polos and name tags, with one woman at the center who just won't quit? Yeah, that's how it started for me. And honestly, if you'd told me a year ago my most dangerous enemy wouldn't be some cyber criminal, but a bored HOA queen with a clipboard and a grudge, I would have laughed you off my porch. But here I am, and if you've ever dealt with neighbors who think your fence line is their red carpet, you know exactly what I'm talking about. See, I bought my land long before the folks at Clear Pine Ridge rolled in with their matching mailboxes and a rule book thicker than a Bible. 5 acres just outside Boulder, Colorado, nothing but pines, rocky soil, and peace. I'm not a hermit, but I like my boundaries. My house. A modern box, glass, steel stone built to mind its business. The HOA's world started right where my property ended, and I liked it that way. But Karen Travers, oh, she had different plans. First time she showed up, she had that high neighbor voice that's 2 steps from a police siren, clipboard tight smile pamphlet about community harmony. You know the type. I told her, no, thanks, I'm not joining your HOA. She left me the pamphlet anyway. Next week, there she was again, and the week after, always with a new excuse, like it was a crusade. Eventually, she started walking my fence line, snapping photos with her phone, making little notes like she was an amateur detective. That's when I started double-checking my security cams. Let me back up a sec. My work is IT. I like systems, I like order, and I like weekends quiet enough to hear the wind. My daughter Zoe, 12 going on 20, she's my partner in crime for hiking and marshmallow roasting. Karen. She never got the memo. I swear she thought my 5 acres were just waiting to be absorbed into her HOA empire. One Friday, after weeks of her nonsense, I was itching to get out of town. Zoe and I loaded up for a weekend in Utah cabin in the woods. No Wi-Fi, just us. Before we left, I checked every lock, every sensor, made sure my security system was tighter than Fort Knox. But as we pulled away, I glanced at that side gate by the koi pond, thought I'd bolted it. But something nagged at me. Should have listened. Out in Utah, it was bliss, campfire, 0 bars. Zoe laughing like she used to. But back home, Karen made her move. Footage from my cloud backup later showed her sneaking in through the side gate with her little assistant acting like it was a house tour. They poked around my garden, measured the gazebo, took photos of my BBQ island like it was public property. I wasn't even there. That's the kicker. Next thing I know, my phone's blowing up with emails and tagged posts. Karen had planned an exclusive community BBQ right on my land, fake event agreement, forged signature, the whole 9 yards. She invited the whole HOA, slapped my name on it, and by Saturday my place was overrun. SUVs, bouncy castle, taco truck, paid for with HOA funds, the works. And nobody, not one single person, thought to ask if I'd actually agreed to any of this. From the security cam footage I watched later as these people trampled my flower beds, grilled on my BBQ island, turned my koi pond into a trash can. There was Karen by the microphone thanking the Morrison family for their generosity, acting like she'd brokered peace in the Middle East. Meanwhile, kids tore up my lawn, some clown broke into my shed to trim a branch and killed my chainsaw, and a teenager dumped half a burger into the koi pond. Koi? Don't eat burgers, man. And when someone slipped and hurt his ankle, they called the cops not on the trespassing, but for an injury at a private event. The police came, Karen handed them her fake lease, and they bought it. Didn't even call to check with me. Just left. You believe that? By the time Zoe and I got home Sunday night, I knew something was off before I even parked. The yard looked like Mardi Gras had crashed a frat party, chairs everywhere, red Solo cups, someone's purse floating in the pond, the gazebo scorched, tools missing from the shed, and marshmallow goo all over my workbench. I was stunned, but not surprised. Somehow Karen had gotten everyone to act like my home was her personal community park. I spent the night combing through security footage, saving every clip, snapping photos of the wreckage. Called the cops again, this time new officers. I handed them everything, the fake lease, the footage, the Facebook event page. Their jaws dropped. They actually filed a report. When I asked what she could be charged with, the list was long trespassing, vandalism, impersonation, you name it. Looks like your mosquito's about to meet the bug zapper, the officer joked. I wish. Within days, I got an estimate from my insurance over $80,000 in damages. 3 koi dead. Drone busted. I was sick, but then it got even dumber. Karen served me with a lawsuit claiming I had invited the HOA, defamed her, and caused community trauma. She wanted a public apology, damages, and $25,000 for the HOA. The lease she attached forged Comic Sans font and all. My lawyer nearly spit out his coffee. Now you'd think the story would end with the cops dragging her off, right? But Karen had friends in low places. Her smear campaign hit the local news, painting me as some unstable tech bro who ruined a neighborhood party. Reporters called me for comment blogs, ran with it, and suddenly I was the bad guy. Except I had receipts. All of them. My lawyer and I built a counter-package, videos, metadata, expert reports, even witnesses who'd overheard Karen brag about faking the whole thing. We countersued for trespassing, destruction, fraud, and defamation, sent it all to the HOA and the press. Within a day, the headlines flipped. HOA official fakes lease trashes private property. Neighbors came out of the woodwork. Turns out Karen wasn't just my problem. People started sending us evidence emails, old complaints, stories about her bullying residents. Even a Facebook group popped up, Free Morrison's Lawn. The memes were gold. I'll give them that. A week later, Charles, the actual HOA president, showed up at my door, hat in hand. He said Karen had twisted rules for years, bullied the board, lied about her power. He offered to turn over internal emails, board votes, security logs, everything. That, friends, was the twist I didn't see coming. Soon after the DA got involved, Karen was hit with a stack of charges: forgery, trespassing, fraud, identity theft, and holding an illegal gathering. She got arrested, daytime cameras rolling, HOA board members nowhere to be seen. And when the trial came, it was open and shut. The experts ripped her forged lease apart. The witnesses lined up. Karen tried every excuse in the book: stress, misunderstanding, cyberbullying, but the judge wasn't having any of it. She got 18 months in jail plus 3 years probation and a lifetime HOA ban. My civil suit landed me a full payout, enough to fix my yard, rebuild the pond, buy new tools, and put up a sign: trespass once, jail twice. Folks laugh, but nobody tests it. Clear Pine Ridge HOA cleaned house, new board, no more drama. Well, not on my side of the fence. As for Karen, rumor is she's in Arizona now, living with her sister. No HOA. Or maybe just one she hasn't tried to take over yet. Me, I finally got my peace back, and I swear the first night after it was all over, I just sat out in my garden, breathed in the quiet, and knew I'd won. Not by shouting, but by outlasting, outsmarting, and refusing to let a clipboard dictator write my story. So what do you think? Was I right to fight back, or should I have just rolled over and let the HOA swallow my land? Let me know in the comments, because sometimes the only way to fix a broken system is to break it yourself. And trust me, you don't want to wait until the next Karen comes knocking.